Yeah, I'm right there with you on Kamara. But other than those three top guys, I think there are some running backs that could potentially end up being chalk lower in the player pool. And one of those guys is Joe Mixon, who is 6,200 at home against the Vikings. Obviously, Gio Bernard is in Tampa Bay now, so Joe Mixon figures to have a three-down role for the Bengals offense. That should be one of the more pass-heavy offenses in the NFL. Obviously, there are some concerns with the offensive line and the efficiency with the Bengals offense in general, but I think Joe Mixon is a guy that could see 20, 23 rushing attempts and 5 to 6 targets this week. God, I mean, I I hate Joe Mixon. I really do. You won't meet a bigger Joe Mixon hater than me. But this price for his presumed workload makes him like one of the best plays at the running back position, in my opinion.
It does in theory, and projections are gonna match that thought. But just from a lineup construction standpoint, there's a lot of negative correlation in playing two running backs in the same game, and I would much rather lean Dalvin Cook between the two. There are running back values that I prefer to Joe Mixon. I could easily see the Bengals starting the year very slowly. I could see them getting completely washed in this game, and Joe Mixon being a massive disappointment to the people that roster him on DraftKings. Mixon to me is bad chalk, and I feel very comfortable pivoting, especially if the ownership is significant, to guys in that range like Najee Harris, James Robinson, even a little lower, Chris Carson, Antonio Gibson, Raheem Mostert. I have little to no interest in eating the Joe Mixon chalk personally.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I know this is kind of early, but the Vikings defense, I think, is one of the better GPP plays on the board, just because they added, or just because they're getting Daniil Hunter back. They have Michael Pierce now there too. Delvin Tomlinson is back, so this Vikings
Patrick
defense.
Peterson.
Yeah, this Vikings defense should be better than what it was last year, and people are going to see the 24th next to Joe Mixon and think it's a good matchup. But honestly, I like the Vikings defense in the spot, and I like fading Joe Mixon as well. And I think that is our first chalk fade of the year, and there's going to be plenty more to come. But that's something that we did last year is we weren't afraid to fade the guys that we're going to be chalk if we really had conviction about them. And I think that's good process is fading Joe Mixon this week. Personally, even though he's a touch monster projected, I don't care to play him at all.